Police have seized possessions of the Germanwings co-pilot who prosecutors say deliberately crashed his plane in the French Alps, killing 150 people. They found significant clues suggesting he suffered from psychological illness, according to Der Spiegel. Data from the plane's voice recorder suggest Andreas Lubitz had purposely started a descent while the pilot was locked out of the cockpit. Reports in the German media indicate Andreas Lubitz had been depressed. The Barcelona-Duesseldorf flight crashed on Tuesday. Several airlines have now pledged to change their rules to ensure at least 2 crew members are present in the cockpit at all times. Heavily depressive. The revelations by the German police come after officers searched Mr. Lubitz's flat in Düsseldorf and the house the 27-year-old shared with his parents in Montabaur, north of Frankfurt, late on Thursday. A number of items were removed, including boxes and a computer, from the 2 properties. We have found something which will now be taken for tests. We cannot say what it is at the moment, but it may be a very significant clue to what has happened, the Daily Mail quoted police spokesman Marcus Nisteri as saying. Police said the discovery was not a suicide note. German media said investigators had uncovered evidence of mental health problems at the Düsseldorf flat. News site Bild also refers to confidential medical records to assert that the co-pilot went through a heavily depressive episode, and that was why he broke off training for several months 6 years ago. It says he was still undergoing treatment. However, none of these assertions have been official unconfirmed. Carsten Spar, the head of Lufthansa, the German carrier that owns Germanwings, said on Thursday that Mr. Lubitz was only able to resume training after his suitability was re-established. AX. German government officials said Mr. Lubitz was not known to the country's security services. Based on data from the recovered black box voice recorder, Marseille prosecutor Bryce Robbins said on Thursday that Mr. Lubitz appeared to want to destroy the plane. The evidence suggested the pilot had left the cockpit, probably to go to the toilet, during which the door was barred. He fought unsuccessfully to get back, he said. Bild quotes security sources as saying that the pilot used an axe to try to break down the door. A Germanwings spokesperson would only confirm that an emergency axe is part of the equipment on board an A320. The second black box, that records flight data, has still not been found. Family members of some of the 150 passengers and crew who died have visited Saint-Les-Alpes, near the crash site, reported Reuters news agency. They were being accompanied by psychologists, paramedics, and Red Cross workers, and a youth center in the town was set up to receive them, it said. Families are providing DNA samples to allow for identification of victims' remains. Members of the Westerwald Flight Club, where the co-pilot was a member, expressed their shock at the revelation. Andreas was a very nice young man, who did his training here. He was part of the club, Peter Rooker said. He was funny, sometimes a bit quiet, but apart from that a young man like many others that we have here. He integrated well. I'm absolutely speechless. I have no explanation for this, Mr. Rooker added.